Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans. I'm Caleb, and I'm joined by Lord Fizzlebeef in the booth.
Wow.
And we're here for some co-op tournament action here with the Crescent Lake Party Planners and the Punishing Platypi with Phoenix and Budge Mono. We'll see if the team of the newer sort of upstart players, Budge Mono, a former Duckling Supreme, and Phoenix, also a very well-versed new runner in the community, now a platypus as well, hence their name. See if they can take on a titan of the co-op tournaments and the Crescent Lake Party Planners, Spellzap and Danny3883, the original co-op champions from several summers ago.
And not just
How do
the
you like this
original
matchup?
Well, we're seeing two-time co-op champions and co-op finalists versus two champions of a different tournament.
That's right.
So I think Crescent Lake Party Planners are going to have a run for their money. I think it's going to be a very uphill battle for them, but they definitely have the experience to take the win here. And this is game one, so a loss here for either team, not the worst thing in the world, but it will put them on the back foot.
Yeah, I was gonna say a win is so important here to get that momentum. You see it in like most traditional sports when there's playoff series, like getting a win is important because then you're only one win away from moving on, and the person who comes in second is behind the eight ball and has 2 wins they need to eke out. So they got to win the rest of the games. That's a little bit more to process. But here we go, we're off, and right away we've got Mermaid's Floor, and that Mermaid's Floor looks wrong, Fizzle. What's going on with these flags?
Well, we've got quite a bit of fun stuff happening tonight. We've got a chance for horizontally flipped floors. That is always a fun one. We've also got entrance shuffle, we got floor shuffle, we got all kinds of shuffling happening.
And speaking of fun stuff, they got level 1 nuke right out the gate. Let's see what these runners can do by just turning that nuke on and just blasting through the rest of the seed. Now, let's talk about party comp. Looks like Phoenix is running Thief White Black. The White Mage was forced. Danny running Fighter White Black. It also looks like Spellzap's running Thief White Black. I'm waiting to see who the rest of Budge Mono's party is behind that White Mage. But we were talking in the booth beforehand. I like a heavy mage start and just counting on a melee behind a fiend because we can recruit that 4th party member. It's just, they're going to be behind a fiend. Like, we're going to have to kill somebody first. And with a Brack shirt, it's a great way to start. And it does look like Budge Mono also has the thief. So a lot of thieves kicking around. And Budge Mono trying to find his way out of here.
And oh no. I do believe we have a victim of the dreaded respond rate boss, and that victim is Danny3883.
I thought they put a fix in for that, but so you can see everybody's catching fights here on the Mermaid's Floor, and that's because we are dealing with spiked treasure chests. They are marked, and in those boxes are the shards that we will need. Shards, the one thing that is not shared in co-op.
Right. So there's gonna have to be a lot of communication for the shards themselves, but we'll get to share. We'll get to share our canoe, we'll get to share our floater, all our key items, except the ones we need to actually get in the door to Topher.
And we even got silver bracelets +4 for sale here in Canaria, so this is a very generous start for our runners. Enemies rolled up though, that nuke is not just paving the way. It is making things a little bit easier, but we're not spamming nuke and getting through all these fights.
No, we definitely have a little bit of an increase on the scaling. We've got our regular enemies. Their stats are 120 to 220 with health at 50 to 200. But our bosses, that's where the real fun's going to be. Boss stats at 120 to 250 with their health at 150 to 300. So we're going to need some high-powered stuff by the time we take on the Temple of Fiends.
Other things worth mentioning about these flags is save game on game over is enabled. So if a runner takes a wipe, it's imperative that they don't reset if they want to keep their progress. So, which is really handy for diving and exploring these dungeons. So like if you find a room with a bunch of shards, you don't and you die on your way out, like you don't got to worry about it. It's just almost a death warp as we get Provoca here in Temple of Fiends entrance, and we've got level 2 Cure 4.
Boy, this is just the fastest setup we could ask for.
Fire 3 and Brack, so then we have a double Brack casters with a Brack shirt and a Brack spell. So those high percent Tia and Kraken fights aren't as scary should we find those floors.
So our tracker pointing out that we've already tracked down one of our loose key items. We've had a loose bottle on the mermaid floor, which was the at Canaria Castle. So that's one of our many, many, many loose items that we are going for. I believe there are 5 loose items in the flag set. Let me verify real quick.
That sounds right.
5 loose items is what we got going on.
Yep. And Bicky hands us a slab, says, I can't figure out how to work this tablet. Can you guys work it for me? Like, it's probably just a Windows update. We'll figure it out.
It doesn't even float. You take it.
Yeah, this doesn't have the games on it that I want. Well, Bicky doesn't know the Wi-Fi password in Provoca.
Yeah. That's why he took it over, because like they just kept it from him and made him so mad.
Yeah. He had like 9 of his friends trying to figure it out for him.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. That's why you don't pirate apps.
Yep, it's true. You wouldn't download a boat.
Co-op tournament hype. We do have a couple incentivized floors. We have an ice cave and ordeal. So should we find those dungeons, it's worth going through those and digging them out. And Budgemano going to kill the canal boss here, or is that the Isthmus boss? Isthmus?
I mean,
because it's not a bridge. Oh, there's Temple of Fiends.
It's sort of a bridge. It's a bridge we have to blow up and make into a bridge. Ooh. Garland showing off raid strats today.
I mean, he's partying. As long as he's being responsible. Gotta talk to her. There you go. Budgemano noticing that the room inside where Garland is looks weird because it's flipped. So instinctively knows to go to the right side, not the left. As the Crescent Lake Party Planners went into the Dwarf Cave and oops all waterfalls. That's where we are. As Phoenix is about to get to the robot room and won't have to worry about a spike tile gating him. But in Nightmares with Blizzard that's a whole different set of jokes right there. And there's a loose TNT.
So we got our second out of the 5 loose. Otherwise, there seems to be a whole lot of nothing out of this waterfall. Key item Oxiel is nice. That's one of the more annoying locks in the game. Dragon plus 4 sword, that's fine.
That's pretty good. Thief starts with an extra 20 strength, so that works. And Danny found Gaia up here in Matoya's cave and is popping bottles and gonna get a canoe. So Crescent Lake Party Planners, they'll be the first one in a sea vessel. It's exciting. Got their folding boat. I mean, I wouldn't trust the canoe that was on the bottom of that lake, but, you know, more power to them. And she doesn't seem to trust it either. She's dipping and dodging around that river system near Matoya.
You just got to take the bathtub stopper and put it back in. It's good to go.
I do like that sort of instinctive routing where now, like, she was probably, like, responsible for clearing Matoya and Provoca entrances while Spellzap goes south, and now she has the canoe to go beyond. But first, Kraken floor.
We got a Brack shirt. We got a Brack caster. At least I believe we have a Brack caster. This seems perfectly reasonable.
I don't know if Danny went to Provoca. I would imagine she did.
Mm-hmm.
But even still, just coming in here and just spamming a Brack shirt, you might get lucky, get that one shot, one kill.
A level 1 nuke in hand, like Tier 4 is nice and all, but I might have skipped it, so we'll see just
And
exactly.
There's a fighter behind Kraken, so my strategy would have paid out.
And it looks like we're on single Brack strats, but that's okay. Kraken gives us a free turn with fast. First Brack, only Brack we need. Broken into pieces. Easy game.
Brack fast. Brack fast.
Oh, inside jokes don't play.
That's fine. And Danny says, no thanks, fighter. I already got one of you. And is going to instead let that fighter that she has keep gaining XP, or the nun character keep gaining XP, so we can come back and get that fighter later. And we don't have to worry about keeping them alive, as Phoenix digs out a rod for sale and the location of Onrak with that Oxyl in hand. So
the item being for sale in an on-rack is very awkward for co-op. Hello, level 7 Temper, because normally what you do is you just pitch everything into a wood chipper, buy the item, and reset. We can't do that here. There's no other shops.
Yep. Can't sell magic.
Yeah.
But we are going to go see what's underwater here, and see if it canonically checks out. It's a Cardia Cave. I guess that kind of works. That can be underwater.
There's a well
It's below sea level.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how a well works below sea level. But there's a boat down here, so I guess it tracks with the cannon.
It's like a dolphin gate. Like dolphins can come up and say hi to the dragons.
Aw.
Yeah.
That works. That's nice.
It's important to be social.
Yeah. There's Crescent Lake.
This is
pretty good.
Front loaded with towns today.
It's very friendly. As Budgemono gets another shard here on Earth 2. This looks like it's the Marsh Cave entrance. And there's Elfland. So no herb to turn in, no key to crack open those boxes, but it's information.
So just after the 10-minute mark, as best I can tell, Crescent Lake party planners are still the only ones with a canoe.
Yeah, it looks like both of the punishing Platypi went south. But, I mean, they have the ship now, so sailing back across the inner sea will be quick. And there's the herb, so Phoenix is hoping Budgemono's still in the area and can just kick him that herb back. And
just wait, turn around, go back. And
okay, fine. Trudge back across that earth floor.
And it looks like under that, just tracking that, oh no, that is same direction. So whichever player ends up going to the left, they would have hit Dwarf Cave, hit Waterfall, got the Oxyl, and then as soon as they got to Elfland, that's on rack, they go into the submarine to the Cardia and they get their loose boat. So we've already got a boat and a canoe. Still hoping for that floater.
And we got a chime from the Elf Prince, so it's a key in its own way. Almost vanilla. It's like a chime of opening in the old D&D games.
Yeah, it's knock on a stick.
Yeah. It's chime of opening. It's literally a thing. Alright. Phoenix gets the info that, hey, we got a fighter back here. We can make this a legitimate melee party now. And we're gonna give it a shot. We'll see if Phoenix has the luck of Danny. And there's who has the Brack shirt? White Mage. I wonder if it's an actual Brack shirt. Like if it's a black shirt.
Oh, that would be fun. So first Brack ineffective, swing for 106, nuke for 170. On a good day, those would be perfectly fine numbers, and we'd be most of the way there. Today, not so much. After the fast comes the hold, Kraken continuing to be just the nicest to us, not wanting to do anything to impede our day. Third Brax the Charm.
Let's say in another world, that is a scary setup with hold fast into hold. Just like I'm just gonna go real fast. I'm gonna ask you to stop right there, and then just obliterate the crap out of you. But the upside to dropping Kraken is that's going to give both of those runners 4 shards for their trouble. And I do believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are 1 key item away from punishing Platypi unlocking their double XP bonus. So that's exciting. So once they go up to Matoya's Cave and they find that canoe, they'll get the double XP. And Phoenix is about to get it, so.
Meanwhile, Danny at Ice Cave finds greater than less than room. Ran into some trouble with a blue D chest. I wonder if we're going to avoid that one this time around. We've only got 1 AoE damage dealer in our setup. And we know that all guarded boxes hold shards, so not the worst thing in the world to just kind of leave it for later if we can't get through it.
And with that flipped Kraken floor, you can see Budge Mono taking the explorative routing option, going up north, checking out that big room. Rooms that aren't often checked unless you're playing with one of the new randomizer features with the shuffled boxes, where boxes can be anywhere. But speaking of anything, like Danny just found a Riven +5.
And Opal Armor +5, and we got a free tail.
Yep. So that's really good for Danny. It just Spellzap Stiven's going to get to the bottom of this and find Elf Castle, but Danny unfortunately is not anywhere close to where the Punishing Platypi were when they were able to get that herb and do that quick turn-in for the chime. But Danny does get an Opal Bracelet +2, so finding all the goodies here in this entrance. This is one that would be a nightmare to track in that like that Google sheet that the team is probably using. Like there's just open boxes when you get in this entrance.
Just open every single box.
There's a lot of neat stuff to hear. There's a Gold Bracelet +3, and there's a Pro Cape +3. So like,
oh my god.
I heard he brought mages, so like there's some stuff for you to wear.
Meanwhile, Budgemano in a life or death fight with a sea troll. We got nothing but a black shirt, and we decide, nah, we got better things to do. Let's reset, let's try that again.
Yeah. Manticore's unrunnable. That's like fine. Here, have some XP. We're gonna force you to take this XP. But they rolled up a little bit and they got stun touch. Okay. No free Manticores.
Oh boy.
Kraken opening with the fast. Quad X with the Brack. Broken into pieces. Easy peasy. Everybody, well, if they fire Brack from that bottom slot, just having good luck with the Brack strats. So Phoenix's Black Mage was in the 3rd slot, or the Brack caster with the White Mage, and not having as much luck with it. But here's Elfland. Saw Bane at level 3. White Magic, heal 3.
Heal 3 is pretty good. We'll take that.
Yeah, friendly magic all around. Still, and then we saw fast at level 6. It was, I think, top slot, so that would be eligible for a red mage upon promotion, but we're probably not getting a red mage. Decent magic level 4 white. I saw life 2 in there.
Life and life 2 both at level 4.
You hate to see it, but
yeah.
You would really love one of those spells to fall to a knight learnable slot, but what are you going to do?
Bring more black mages.
We got Nuke Lock, Fast Temper, Pro Rings +5.
All the armors rolled pretty really up. This is
I mean, the flags do account for that. It's like basically a window of +2 to +5. So everything's going to be friendly kind of to begin with. But yeah, it's great to see a lot of 5s and not a lot of 2s.
Yeah.
But there's the rod kit for the Punishing Platypi, which the Crescent Lake party planners were able to afford right away.
And it looks like Phoenix and Budgmano are closing in on the area being explored by Danny. It looks like Budgmano is going to attempt the ice cave of fun and enjoyment.
Yeah, we're still looking for a canal or a floater, but we got Kareeves with Flash and Nuke, so...
stay out of the water, kids. It's not safe.
Oops. Flashbangs in the river system. It's like my sergeant told me back in Nam. Before you were going into those rivers, 3 of you ain't coming back.
That is exactly what happened. 4 light warriors went in, only the fighter crawled out.
And do a reset. Because nope. I think they were unrunnable too.
Yeah, the Ocho Carib is unrunnable, which is big uh-oh.
And there's an eye with fire, so eye is susceptible to brack as Danny pokes it in the eye. But here we go. That's the defense sword, harm +5. Canal is probably here. Spells out turning in the herb. Gonna get the chime. There's silver dagger +2. There's a cabin. There's a tent. Okay. So maybe it's down here in the volcano where Phoenix is.
It's about the only place we haven't checked.
So we're either going to get funneled into a canal, which we want to see, get these people out of the inner scenes exploring elsewhere. But it would also be a wonderful place for the floater to land. You're right here. You could tell your partner to take a death wipe on these blue dragons and just portal over to the Ryokan Desert and immediately have their airship. Alright. And you may be asking, hey, I'm seeing Phoenix and I'm seeing other runners step on tiles that would otherwise normally have encounters, but we've removed spike tiles from this flag set. Fizzle, why did they do that?
Well, basically it's because we also handed you 40 tiles with B-side encounters on them. If you want encounters, go ahead and open your shard boxes. You'll have more than enough fun to last an entire run. And there is an off chance, we didn't see it here today, but there is an off chance that that Forced Light Warrior could be a black belt. 1 in 12 times, it is the black belt every time.
And Phoenix did find a katana +5 here in the Sharknado room, so when we find Bahamut, that thief's going to be swinging. Gonna be swinging. I feel like we found lots of jewels so far too. Like our shard count, I feel like it's got to be, runners got to be feeling pretty good with a fiend kill and probably close to like half a dozen to a dozen shards found.
Meanwhile, Danny, just having the worst luck with this ice cave, decides to abandon ship and head elsewhere. I believe I have seen 1 wipe from Budgmano so far on the Blue Ds.
Yeah. But we might be abandoning those fights. And Denny is going to come to the volcano here and get the news that this is probably where she needs to be. As everything is just so chonky. But as you can see, like, even with 4 Light Warriors up, Phoenix is level 28 across, or level 18 across the board at the 22-minute mark, and picks up the canal in a box. That's our 3rd loose item like that. And the hits keep on coming. This is the floor where you gotta like, okay, it's left.
Yeah. The thing with the volcano floor is like that. So there's that floor and there's Carrie's floor. The trick is you gotta go like opposite direction of like the steps.
Yeah. And we get into Marsh Top, and this is the last few boxes here. So there could be a loose floater here, but, you know, I think Phoenix is wise to open these boxes. If they're spiked, they're going to be spiked with Marsh Tiling or Marsh Cave encounters, which aren't scary with the toolkit that we have. And hopefully take a Death Warp out following all those lava floors. Just catch an encounter and just teleport out of here. There's a Saber Bonk, so...
Saber Bonk's pretty good.
Meanwhile, Budge Mono letting Phoenix know, hey, Ice Cave is the place to be. There's a lot of neat stuff here. You should go check it out.
The only problem is it's a bit of a death trap.
I mean, their levels look pretty good. So yeah, so Danny's fighter just hit level 14. Our mages hit 17 and 19. Trying to catch where everyone else is. Trying to use Brack on a rock goal isn't really gonna work. It's flavorful to try to turn a thing made out of stone into stone, but
I love the idea of it. It's basically alchemy, right? Like you want to turn it from the bad rock into a good rock.
Yeah, like a solidifying. Like I could see it working better on like a mud goal, just dehydrating it. But
right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess rock goal being bracked would just be literally broken into pieces. Because he's already there. You just gotta break him up. It's like the end of Terminator 2. Alright, so Phoenix did not get lucky enough to get the Death Wipe out of here, or the Death Warp, excuse me. I wonder... I would... Oh, there's the Death Caribs.
Duck and cover.
Please. Hey, we got turn order. I would love to see Phoenix go into the Ice Cave a little bit more powered up than his partner, but I also, with these sorts of flags, I feel like if you get an advantage, you have to press it. And right now that canal is the advantage. Like you can't assume that your opponents have it. So go out, go to the Melmon Con and see what's in those places, because now both teammates are going to be in the same hole digging around, and you're not acquiring a lot of new information that way.
Right. I feel like Crescent Lake party planners are looking at the canal as, oh gosh, we could have had this earlier if Ice Cave wasn't such a death trap. Our opponents have probably had it for a while now. And Punishing Platypi got there super late. Like, it was the last location they possibly could have checked. So naturally they're thinking, oh my god, Crescent Lake party planners has had this forever. It's one of those things where I can easily see both teams feeling like they're massively behind right now, even though they're kind of even.
Yeah, and Spells that this is going to be our first to break out the NRC, as both of the Crescent Lake party planners were in the volcano together too. But we're going to get our first new information here as Spells App goes to Sunny, Melmond, and it's a Titan's Tunnel. So, little Melmond continent shuffle. Nothing to see here. We go look in the hole. Maybe this will be Melmond, and that'll just be hilarious. They're working on a new subway system here on Melmond.
It'll take you all the way from the eastern part of Nobody Cares to the western part of Nobody Cares.
But there are 4 boxes in between. Maybe those are important.
Those are just supplies for the miners. I wouldn't worry about it. Ooh, and Budgemano fought his way all the way to the bottom, but the solo fighter could not make it back out.
Hey, that's a blessing in disguise. That's a death warp for us. We keep all of the gear we found, all of the levels we acquired, and we don't have to walk out of that place.
That's right. We do have save over on
and
game.
Spells app is rewarded with Bahamut. So you love to see it. You start with the tail. All you got to do is just find the guy, And there you go. So katana, and let's shuffle some armor around. Let's find out what these slow and brack shirts are.
We've got a request in chat for a shard count estimate. So spell zaps at 7.
Mm-hmm.
That katana's got a necessitated menu. Maybe not just yet. Phoenix was at around 10.
Yeah, it looks like maybe 10 or 11. With like 5 on the bottom row.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Danny too fast on the menuing.
Oh, Phoenix might be the first to get these dragons down. Level 24. And Spells app already on his horses in the Ordeals entrance, and it's a seafloor.
So Danny is at, I believe, also 10. Now I just gotta figure out what Budgemano's at, but I don't believe Budgemano is any further along than anybody else is.
Mm-hmm.
So probably everyone's in the 7 to 10 range right now.
Oh, Phoenix picks up his ribbon. And that 7 to 10 is with like an asterisk next to it because almost every runner except Spellzap has killed Kraken.
Right.
And Spellzap might, I don't think Spellzap killed Kraken, so that 7 is, everyone else is 11.
Yeah.
We got a backwards Agama floor. This one always trips me out. Because it really puts in perspective how like sort of fractal that floor is.
Yeah, I feel like I'm fine
little...
headed down it. It's just like backtracking that just kills me.
Mm-hmm. A house.
With what I believe I saw as level 7 Fade especially, I feel like we gotta dump that white mage ASAP.
It's fine, it's moral support. It's got Cure 4.
It's got a Brack shirt.
It's got Cure 4 and Heal 3.
And a Harm 1 sword.
It's our only available life caster until we find a red mage.
Mm-hmm.
So I would at least keep it around until then.
Yeah.
Because we might not get a red mage. So, Team White Mage, let's go. Alright. Danny going the opposite direction of her partner. Going to check out the Honorac Connet. We do have the Chime. Would love to see one runner just all in on Ordeals, but...
Mm-hmm. I think Crescent Lake Party Planners is going for the methodical...
I'm sorry.
Going for the methodical approach. Once Spellzap is done with Ordeal, is going to head for Mirage, or whoever finishes their continent first is going to head for Mirage. Punishing Platypi, I would be interested to see if someone decides, hey, it took forever to get our canal. It's gamble time. Let's YOLO Mirage Tower.
Mm-hmm. They are being thorough with getting every shard that they can get out of the Inner Sea, both runners. And that is rewarding them with a bunch of levels that, you know, unfortunately when they find Bahamut, they're like, oh man, these could have been promoted levels. And Danny opens up a box and finds 3 eyes.
Heck yeah. Question in chat. What have I missed? Well.
A lot of racing.
I will start off with the... So we were forced White Mage. Our forced White Mage has a free Invis 2 at level 1 and is able to equip Thief Swords. Nothing special to write home about. Our Fighter's got a ton of Vitality. Our Thief has plus 50% experience. Our Red Mage has plus 100% experience and Luck. A Black Mage would get Red Mage Armor and extra level 1 MP. So all kinds of very, very tasty, very functional buffs across the spectrum. And then we took our superpowered parties with our level 1 nuke and we did a full grand tour of the inner sea until we finally found our canal in Volcano. Both teams got there around the same time, kind of left. Crescent Lake Party Planners left the inner sea a lot faster than Punishing Platypi did because Ice Cave has like a gazillion shards in it. So they both went there first to clear out as much as they could, and they're now in the process of leaving that.
And Spellzap found Lich at the bottom of Ordeals, one half of the C-Split. He left and was like, remembered, oh, it's C-Split, I gotta come back. And there was a Black Mage behind the Lich, so...
Well, we want that.
And he picked it up.
Hooray!
It's almost like this guy knows what he's doing. Let's get him.
Look at this nerd and his knowing how to play the game.
And Budgemano gets promoted, so it won't be long before Phoenix gets here and also promotes. And Danny clearing out the Onrak continent, so not a whole lot doing here. But we're going to go see what's in the waterfall as Spellzap finds Tiamat with a white mage behind it. So still no eyes on a red mage. If it exists, it's behind Carrie, which is sort of thematic, I guess.
I think so, but from a strategic standpoint, I think we just have to give up on the Black Mage Dream and just keep our white mage, take our extra Black Mage, because I have a feeling that Carrie is going to be one of the last things that we find, if we find it, and at that point, it's a lot of time going back to all the magic shops.
Yes, and Tiamat very susceptible to that nuke as well. Still no eyes on the loot, still no eyes on the key. So we have a lot of neat things in our inventory, but we still need those two definite go mode items, and there's a good chance that any one of them could be behind that rod lock, which we haven't found, could be behind a cube lock that we haven't found, either the cube nor the lock. So lots of things, lots of puzzle pieces yet to be found. Question from chat, is Lefane Superstore on? No. So you got to go to all those original stores to power up your mages. But luckily we found them all, except Melmond. We found every town except Melmond and Lefane.
So Danny finishes off the Onrak continent and is probably going to head for Mirage. Spellzap is at the Cardia Double Island. Phoenix headed south out of the inner sea. I think at this point, I'd have to say that exploration-wise, Crescent Lake Party Planners is ahead by around 4 minutes.
Yeah.
But shard-wise, I think Punishing Platypi have a little bit of an edge just because both of them cleared out that ice cave.
Yeah. Spellzap finding another split. I mean, Spellzap does have the Tia and Lich shards under his belt, but...
But those are both in the same location and real easy to just do both of.
Yeah. Yeah. And... Oh, and that Masa.
Hello, Masa.
That's pretty really good. So folks may be wondering why that Masa doesn't have a plus after it.
Because Masa has been excluded from gear scaling. Because it's Masa.
Fun isn't allowed.
Fun destroyed.
No fun. Somebody call the cops. Oh look, the Red English showed up on the stream. Danny not going to pass up the opportunity to eat this Tyro.
No, it's basically free money.
It's real big though. We got it. And Budgemano's going to have decisions to make here. He's going to see that Black Mage, and with his party, Fighter, Thief, White, Black, I don't know if he replaces anybody.
Assuming
Spellzap came here with the Nun still. So
Right. Assuming we have both the katana and some, like, I think the harm sword would be perfectly good as soon as you do a promotion. I don't know that we ditch either of those.
Yeah, I mean, and he's promoted, so yep. Just gonna walk right by and just give him a little head nod and be like, I'm go back on the other side now. Thanks for coming. As did Danny just look like Danny just got a floater.
I missed it.
Yeah, so Danny got a floater here. It looks like on the rod floor, which is in
Mirage.
Mirage Tower.
Yep.
Oh, Spellzap got it in Mirage 1. Okay.
I thought Spellzap was still in Cardia's.
Yeah, I thought I saw Spellzap obtained. Oh yeah, it said Spellzap obtained floater on Danny's screen.
Okay.
I just saw the tracker light up on Danny's thing first.
Gotcha.
So it tracks.
Yep.
Everything's fine.
Brief update in shard count. Spellzap with a very commanding 6, 12, 17.
Yep. That does come with the... He still has to go back and do Kraken as well. But that should be an easy kill based on everybody else's experience with it. And there it continues with Budgemano with that Brack on Tia. And that's 3 orbs lit for him.
Budgemano with the knowledge of, hey, there's basically 6 incredibly free shards over at Ordeals. Come get them.
And he's up to 22 now, it looked like. And we don't have a crown yet, but we found Astos at the bottom of that hole.
Yeah, and there's just kindly old king sitting in his castle, just chilling, not doing anything at all, trying to figure out what he wants to watch on Netflix.
He's definitely the real hero.
Yeah.
You know, not like that other king.
No. That other king is awful. Doesn't even doesn't even keep his library locked.
It's the worst. Alright, Spellzap gonna throw this rock in the sand and turn it into an airship. Because alchemy. Let's see what's in Gaia. Danny found Sarda. And there's the crown. He had it this whole time.
Just a couple minutes too late. It's fine. We probably don't need it. We absolutely need it.
Maybe. It might be that incentive Vorpal sword or something, though. Alright. Ordeals not looking too trolly. Well, or not. Maybe not. I'm just gonna stop.
No, the curses are great. Keep going.
Hey, we did it! We got there. This will be incentivized just like we talked about earlier, along with the Ice Cave loop, which we still haven't found. But first, Gargoyles. They're not my goils. They're our goils.
And we will treasure them forever.
They're literally nobody's favorite enemy.
We did a survey. We checked.
As Budgemano gets his Masa here from Earth 4, it's got to give you some sort of validating feeling to just be like, finally, I got a real weapon I can use.
So Danny going for the promotion before we head to the party member shopping center that is Ordeals. Got our choice of either a black mage or I believe the other one was a white mage.
Yeah.
I'm not a heavy gambler, but I have a feeling I know which one we're picking.
Big same. Alright, Phoenix on the Rodlock floor now, so just a little bit behind where the Crescent Lake party planners were. So there are definitely gap closings here. But Spell Zap run away with the exploration lead for sure. And there's the Ruby, which gets us 4 boxes back in Melmond.
Yay!
Hooray! I mean, there might be a ribbon there. Who knows?
There could be a couple shards there.
Let's go walk to Lefane. And there's the floater for the punishing Platypi. Yeah, Spell Zap's our only runner, I think, right at the moment, kind of going towards newer stuff. Danny coming in, cleaning up her checks behind Spell Zap, getting the Masa, going to get the remaining shards in this entrance. And Spell Zap walking into Lefane, and there's Melmond. We can bring, figures Bicky's tech support would be all the way down here.
That's why you couldn't get it translated. Is the long distance fees. They're just punishing.
That Wi-Fi. It's brutal.
Gotta get an extender set up or something.
Yeah. Alright, slab translated, so when we find actual Lefane, which is probably in one of the other Cardi entrances, or Sarda, or Titan's West. Those are the only holes we gotta poke into. So 4 entrances left to go. We still gotta find Carrie. We still gotta find the Ice Cave Loop. We still gotta find Lefane. And we found both the splits. What's the other bottom I'm missing?
Carrie floor? Did you mention that one?
Yeah, Carrie. Oh, Canaria.
Oh, there we go.
The original castle. There's a Vorpal +5 and there's a Ruse Stick.
Hooray!
Everything you need to beat the game, in theory. So still no eyes on loot or key. Sad discovery for Budge Mono. I don't have a crown. Don't have a crystal here for Danny either, but yeah, there's a shard down here. As we find reversed TFC floor. It's exciting.
This one always messes with me on going from like the very tippy top one to what is vanilla-wise the bottom left corner. I always get the fork wrong and end up walking a bunch of extra tiles for no reason.
I love that Budge was like, it looked like he was pausing, like, wait, I'll wait and see what Sarda gives you. And he's like, gives him the crown, he's like, just start sailing back. He's like, no, let me just keep going so I can get my airship and just fly back. You could see the thought you could almost hear the chat in their voice channel.
And what's their crown get us? It's a crystal. I heard you like fetch.
It's vanilla. I mean, come on. And the crystal's gonna not turn into the herb because we already got that. Well, we also haven't found Dwarf Cave yet either.
That's true.
Yeah. I guess we haven't seen... Have we seen both halves of this marsh split?
Yes. We almost assuredly have, because I've seen that floor, and I saw Danny head up, and that headed to Earth B4. So yes, we have explored both of these halves.
Okay. Spells that. Checking out the Volcano Armory. We're still a couple loose items out there, so loot and key could be loose. This could be a thing. Oh, Flame +3. That's pretty good. Ice +3. Really good fighter setup. I mean, Ninja, that works too. Ice and Fire +3.
Good enough in absence of more ribbons.
Yeah.
Our tracker pointing out only 1 loose left at this point.
Okay. Sun +5, Aegis +3. Let's go. And picking up that Aegis shield makes me think that this Light Warrior will eventually become a knight for Spell Zap.
Right, because if we turn... So we're already promoted, so if we turn empty slot into a knight, we'll immediately get all our spell charges. We can get that level 2 Cure 4. There's... No.
Alright, where's the dwarfs? Alright, so Spells app finds Our Lady Carrie, and behind Carrie is a thief. So no red mages available except from the start. Although, yeah. The knight will come in at whatever levels Dang is at because we replaced our nun already, so that Dang isn't gaining levels.
Right.
And Dang died pretty early, so that fighter, if he shows up, is going to show up pretty dead. Or pretty low level.
I guess we want double ninjas.
It's all ninjas.
Yeah. How many katanas do we have?
We got a Vorpal +5.
Alright, that works.
There's our cube lock. This feels like a great time. Our runners I feel like they're having a great time.
So
Let's see how long it takes for them to remember they got to go to Sarda and Titans West. Because Spells app's just doing what we used to call in the military, just a map of the world, just flying around. Just where do I need to go? I think we figured it out.
Given the temperament of the seed, I think what we are looking for is a loose cube that's going to lead to our dwarf cave. That is going to have our loot and our key.
Yeah. Now, did Spells app clear out that volcano armory? Did he do the hairpins?
I don't recall.
I know he did the.
Squiggle
I know
left.
he did the. I know he did like the top hairpin on the above the armory, but I don't know if he did the windy boy.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing Squiggle left check.
That's right.
Well, but it's flipped, so it would be Squiggle right, I guess. Or no, it wasn't flipped. No, that is Squiggle left. Oh, it doesn't matter, because here's dwarfs.
Welcome to FFR. Left first, right. It's hard.
Yeah.
Don't judge us. And dating on shard cleanup, just coming in. Just where are the rooms with the X's? We'll find them.
That's the fun part about going over territory that your partner's already cleared. If you already feel comfortable enough with gear, you just only have to open the boxes with X's. And then let rip some nukes.
And Budge isn't going to open those boxes because they're not shards. There's our loot.
We're 1 for 2. Oh.
There's our cube. So I guess cube is above the ice cave loop, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Unless ice cave is here in Titans.
Nope.
Nope. Lafane. But this could be key.
This could be key. Mercy!
Alright, that's go mode. We just need to find shards. So Spells app needs 8. Kraken's available.
Right.
So you need 4.
Ice Cave's also available.
Yeah. And that's where we're going. And Spells app cruising right now, like a Darkmoon in chat saying this could be a record time for the tourney. Yeah, it's been talked about the sub hour, but it's yet to be actually executed. So you're welcome. I hope you guys are having fun. And there's the red mage. No, that's a black mage. Sorry, I saw the backwards sprite. I just did. My sprites are backwards. It confuses everyone.
It's
you
fine.
Get used to it. It's Carrie's floor. Confusion's par for the course, right?
Yeah. When Carrie's floor is mirrored, like there's just you can't recognize anything anymore.
Fudge finding the Q block, but ultimately a red herring. We know it's not required. I don't know what item would be behind it. Because there aren't duds. We found the roost stick and the Vorpal sword. Is there a third piece of gear incentivized?
There is. One of the ribbons is incentivized.
Okay. So yeah, ribbon is underneath that Q block. Because the princess gave us the roost stick, which is the power stick. The king gave us the Vorpal sword.
Yep.
Fizzle, this season's gonna be over so fast we didn't get a chance to talk about dinner.
Yeah. It's a bit of an oldie, but what is your favorite fast food restaurant?
Oh man. I'm trying to like not eat fast food anymore. But I'll always have a soft spot for McDonald's. I also have like decent McDonald's around me, but I'm a sucker for the Popeyes chicken sandwich. That thing's really good. But if I had to pick, I'm more attuned to the fast casual. I like Shake Shack. Shake Shack is like my heart. Like it's what a burger should be. Like it's just like that kind of burger, like a smashed griddle style burger, Mark's potato roll, lettuce, tomato, and a little bit of sauce. It's perfect in its simplicity.
I used to like our local McDonald's, but I don't want to say they went downhill because that implies quality was there to begin with. I think I just lost more joy in my heart. So like
the world got darker this year.
The world got darker.
With it, my heart clouded over.
The garbage of McDonald's is no longer palatable. So now I find myself at Carl's Jr. when I absolutely have to have fast food. I like the idea of a Shake Shack. I have only been to one in my lifetime, and it was not bad. I'm big into In-N-Out. I will make time for the drive to an In-N-Out.
Yeah. You can miss me with that. I don't like the In-N-Out. It's fine. It's at best fine. But then again, so we got hot topics coming in from chat. Dark Moon made fried chicken, fried onion rings, mashed potatoes with country gravy, and corn for dinner tonight because,
right, you got to prepare.
Who needs a heart when they're 50? That does sound delicious, though. That sounds like something I'd mix all together and dip the French fries into the mashed potatoes and corn.
You just cement the heart together, and it will just last forever.
Yeah. See our conversation about rock goals and Brack? It's fine.
Exactly.
Just cast Brack on the cholesterol in your arteries. It's fine. We have Natsu Winchester, Five Guys. Five Guys is pretty good. I got respect for Five Guys. I like it because it's made fresh. Like they're making your burger right there. It takes a little bit longer, but it's I also like the multitude of options you have for toppings. Any steak, and I like being able to put A1 on a burger. A1 is like low-key one of my favorite condiments. Not even on a steak, just like I like putting that in like a baked potato. It's super good. Yaisu, Burger King or Popeyes. I can respect Burger King. I like Burger King's breakfast. The croissant sandwich with that flame grilled sausage patty. Oh, it's so good. Just takes me back to being a teenager and just there was the town Burger King that was within walking distance. It was so good. You couldn't really walk to McDonald's. You had to like cross a highway. And it's like,
right.
I'm not risking these idiots not hitting me to get McDonald's, but I can walk down the street to Burger King. Classic gamer. McDonald's is a classic, but make it a point to avoid fast food. I can respect that. I mean, you get a little older, so you can't be as carefree with your calorie intake. And plus, I find like the longer I'm away from it, the less I crave it. And when I do have it, I'm like, I want to like give into that nostalgia beast. It's just salty, and it's at best fine. Like it never satisfies that nostalgia craving that I want it to.
Right. So Spellzap is taking a look in the 3 boxes in TOF. I wonder if this is hoping for a free shard. Might be 1 shard short. I have not seen Danny's shard count recently, but I did see that Budgemino was around 3 short and is now in the neighborhood of that pesky dwarf cave.
Ooh. Did we get a good look at the armory?
Not
Did
that I
Spellzap
recall.
go into the dwarven armory? And you can see there, he was too fast. I guess some Hardies hate happening in chat. No love for the Hardies. I don't mind Hardies.
It's garbage, but like,
I mean,
so's all of us.
Yeah, I mean, we're not asking what your favorite Michelin starter restaurant is.
Yeah,
specifically fast food. Like I churched it up a little bit with the fast casual talk. But Churches is another one I never really tried. I've always been in the vicinity of Churches, but I've never actually been and had Churches chicken. Do they have Royal Farms out by you?
They do not. I have heard of them.
My buddies, it's a gas station, so it's like even like it's like a tier lower than fast food. But they have pretty good fried chicken, and my one of my best friends missed my wedding rehearsal because he went to Royal Farms, got chicken, passed out at like 8 in the morning, and just slept in. Like texted everybody, I was like, "Hey, where's everybody at?" I was like, "Dude, we're at the rehearsal. Where are you?" I love that guy. That's totally in character for what he would do. Raising Cane's getting some love. Where's Rafe at? You might summon her if you say that again out loud.
So Danny is going to be our first in Topher. So Danny is our first to leave Topher.
I'm in and I'm out. Phoenix through the portal and said, "I'll go in first. I'll test these waters." I mean, my favorite fast food meal is go to Arby's and get the beef and cheddar with fries, and then head over to the Cajun Stew restaurant right nearby, get a chicken mac chew stew, and pair them together. See, that I don't know what any of that means. I know what Arby's is, but like
that's a lot of effort.
That speaks to my heart, though. Like I'm a big fan of like mixing and matching. Like when I was in the army, like I lived across the street from a Pizza Hut and a Popeyes, and I would go to Pizza Hut and I would get a pizza, and I would drive to Popeyes and I would get a large fry, and I would eat the Pizza Hut with the Popeyes fries, and it was awesome. It was awesome.
So the hunt for Spellzap's last shard continues. Danny also doing some last minute preparation. I saw the trip to Canaria Castle, picked up the Vorpal and the Ruse stick. We might have both members of the Platypi in Topher before Crescent Lake party planners get there.
And that's what we were talking about at the beginning of this race. Like we have the new upstarts, like Phoenix and Budge, and I don't mean upstarts and like Gregory Puff Dangle upstarts. I don't want to put that on them, but just like they're the new, they're some of the newer runners in the community, and they're sort of been taking it by storm over the past year. And Danny and Spellzap are like the old guard of co-op. Like you said, 2-time co-op champions and three-time co-op finalists, and this is the 3rd year of co-op. 2019 was the first year. 2020, 4th year of co-op. So yeah, it's maybe a little bit changing of the guard happening. I don't know.
So looking closer,
I'm excited for Budge and Phoenix and these Platypi, because apparently Lich existed and was just a thing that happened on Phoenix's screen.
Lich technically exists. It's a glorified imp fight.
This is true. Let's see what Carrie can do.
We're gonna try some fast up his 2.
Yeah.
Ruse on the front slot. Incoming melee detonates the Black Mage. Saber goes off. We're gonna switch to melee strats with a little bit more invis 2. Maza goes out. 4 hits, 112. Katana goes out. 9 hits, 1076, and that carry's still sitting there.
And not only that, she erased dude.
It's a dark day when Rub actually does Rub things, but counter swing for 1400. Let's press on.
Pro rings were available. What is you doing? You hate to see it. It's a rookie mistake, Bob. Now, Phoenix recovered nicely. That life 2, invaluable. for Phoenix here as we're cruising along through seafloor. No encounters off the hard reset, I'm assuming he came in, and no real gross unrunnables either. And it's Budge Mono now on the carry floor. Again, Lich here and gone. People talk about Bojangles. I don't have any love for Bojangles. I went there recently and it's fine. Zaxby's, on the other hand, you want to talk about southern chicken places. Zaxby's pretty. I buffered. That's how good I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Still not as good as the Popeyes chicken sandwich, though. Here comes Kraken. I had seafood for dinner.
So, Spell Zap also in Topher, but I just caught a look. Danny is 6 shards short, and we're pulling carry. Gonna need 4 after this. And I don't swear...
she did Tia. I mean, I don't think she did Tia or Lich. I guess she had to have done Lich because she got a second Black Mage. Yeah.
Both members of Punishing Platypi on the water floor.
The RC coming in with Habit. Now we have is that the Habit Burger Grill? Because we got those by me. I didn't know they got chicken. I've had the burger. It's pretty good.
They're currently building one in my town. It hasn't opened yet, but it's on my list of fast food places to hit.
Ooh, shout out to Culver's. I've never been to a Culver's, and it's my buddy's last name, and I've been to his place a lot, and he's never gave me a burger. It's a bummer. Same friend, or different friend, as the one that missed me. Royal Farms. Oh man, Tia playing pretty nice. Open a Blaze isn't too gross to see with all the elemental resists we have. White shirts, flame armor, but Bane. That bounces off everybody, so good luck here for Phoenix.
That is a powerful katana we got going on. 8 hits, 1400 damage. Phoenix first onto the Chaos floor.
I mean, I don't think it's anything to sneeze at. That thief with the extra 20 strength, I mean, that's coming baked in basically with like a temper and a third cooked into it. So,
all right, here we go. It's Chaos time. What are we doing? We're going to lift up the Ruse Stick, not the Rune Sword. We're going to go with some Invis 2, some Fast, and some Bonk. Invis 2 out of the gate. Let's get that evasion going early. Ruse Stick, that fighter's at 3 stacks of 6. Fast goes off. Here comes Fire 3. Does a lot to the Black Mage. Doesn't do a heck of a lot anywhere else. Second round. We're still on buffing. We're doing a little bit of curing. We're still preparing. Ruse goes off. Here comes Thunder. Does the Black Mage survive? It does with 2 health. Cure 4 goes off. Maximum heal. Temper goes off. Saber goes off. Is it time for offense? We're thinking about it. We're going to go back to evasion strats. We got 3 more tempers. We'll start casting them. Mazatest swing, single hit 197. Katana swing, 6 hits 856. We got ourselves an evasion problem. Do we have the tools to solve it?
We had lock. But we got to keep that. Yeah,
we're focusing on temper.
We either got a temper or a lock, because I think we're fine.
9 hits, 1928 out of that katana. 2 hits, 70 out of the face tank in the front. Chaos tries a melee strike against the white mage, but can't even take that down. 3 hits, 8 damage. Thanks, Mazza. Meanwhile, 10 hits, 26, 76. My favorite year in the future. Down goes Chaos.
And they wanted to ban black belts. But they let this guy in. Get that single G in chat for Phoenix as his partner pulls Chaos. And we lost the Black Mage. We're not going to get a 2600 hit from this thief. Unless we just start saber bonking. But 2 hits, 176. We're going to need a lot more of that damage. I like the roost stick on the thief though.
Mhm.
With the ninja. Coupled with that invis too, that's only going to be a couple of rounds before a thief is untouchable. And it looks like Danny's got her shards and is headed to Topher. So all eyes on Budge Mono. Can he pull out this Chaos Fighters? Chaos got something gross up his sleeves. I'm going to leave that door open for the Crescent Lake party planners. Keep the Invis 2s coming. Thief swing. 2 hits, 449. It's going to take a lot more work. We're getting through that spell list. I think we saw Rub on Phoenix's screen. I don't know if we saw a spell past that. Quad X, that's a free spell. 4 hits, 772. Just waiting. Not even. See, I would probably still swing with the Masa.
Mhm.
You know,
Just for the chip damage.
Yeah. And that Fire 3, I think we're back through the spell list, maybe? Or we got 2 Fire 3s. And there's 6 hits, 1324. So the crits are coming. And there it is. GG's to...
GG's to the Punishing Platypi, an official race bot time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, 43 seconds. GG.
Crazy fast time. It's real good. That's really good.
That's screaming fast on this flag set.
And Darkmoon, I was just going to the race record results, but Darkmoon confirming that's a new record, so don't be sleeping on these platypi. These weird mammals from Australia.
Mm-hmm. Crescent Lake party planners not too far behind. We got Spell Zap on Tia down to the solo ninja territory that he is familiar with, headed on to Chaos. I don't recall seeing anything terribly dangerous out of that Chaos, but if we eat a lot of spells, it could be a bad time. Danny rolling up to carry. Gonna do some tempers. A little bit of nuke. The magical harm sword goes out for 30 damage. 4 hits, 272. Out of that night. Nuke goes out. 374. Fast goes off. But meanwhile, we got the 1v1. Dan v Chaos. Rub misses. We're sabering like there's no tomorrow. Quad X is going off. Incoming Fire 3. Only 25 damage, but we kind of want to start seeing melee soon. Fire 3 for 45. Starting to get a little dangerous. 3 hits, 317. Not great. Thunder takes us under 300 health. Quad X misses. 4 hits, 981 out of the katana. We're making okay progress. 4 hits, 1233. Even better. Can we get there? 3 hits, 507. Chaos still there. There's a nuke. We don't remember seeing that. Takes us under 200. 3 hits, 893. Chaos still there. Incoming melee keeps on a missing. 4 hits, 996. Chaos is still there. 4 hits, 691. Down goes Chaos.
GG's. Spells Zap. Hey, Budge.
Hey, guys.
GG, man.
Thank you.
Real
Thank
good.
you.
That was impressive.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw the time. My timer had turned off. I had hotkeys on, and when I saw the time come up, it was by far the best Phoenix 9 I'd ever done, and apparently, according to the chat, that was a record, so...
Yeah.